Okay people, this is himself, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to deal with fake friends. A lot of this is going to come from my personal experience because throughout my life I've had numerous fake friends, but I've also managed to identify them and ditch them, so I feel that I have some credibility to talk about this topic. In the background you can see some of my online Tekken gameplay because that is the core of my channel and it gives you something to watch while I talk. But let's get back to our main subject. What is a fake friend? In my opinion, this is someone who pretends to be your friend on some kind of condition. In my experience, these fake friends have wanted my help to do a job for them, not with them, for them. These people took advantage of my kindness, my generosity, and my naivety. They did this using sweet talk, their social status, and the promise of friendship. And I was stupid enough to fall for this illusion numerous times. Fake friends make you think that they actually like you, but the truth is, they just see you as a tool to be used, and when you're not useful to them, you don't exist to them. So that's the basics, but I'm going to go a little deeper into the subject and talk about 5 specific characteristics of a fake friend. Characteristic number 1, bipolar behavior. Fake friends will treat you differently depending on who else is around. When it's a one-to-one conversation, they'll be nice to you, but when they're interacting with their real friends, they will give you the cold shoulder. They will keep you at arm's length, or worse, as I found, they make you the butt of their jokes. This making fun of friends often happens within groups of males. It's banter, it's normal, but real friends will realise when they've gone too far. Fake friends will just keep on going. Characteristic number 2, the disappearing act. As I mentioned earlier, fake friends see you as a tool to be used, and when you're not useful to them, they will disappear. When it comes to doing something where they don't need your help, they will always choose their real friends over you. Another aspect of this characteristics, and what I feel is the biggest giveaway, is when you need their help. When this happens, a fake friend will always have some reason for being unavailable. They will turn their back on you and leave you in the dust. Real friends will never do this. There may be odd occasions when they're tied up with something, but more often than not, they will come to your aid and they'll be around all of the time. Fake friends will never do this, and they never will be around. Characteristic number 3. When a fake friend wants something from you, they will use sweet talk. They will say stuff to bring you on their side before making their request. Remember what I said about bipolar behavior? Well, this is what they're doing during those one-to-one conversations. Remember the disappearing act? Well, this is the reappearing part of the trick, and they only reappear when they want your help. The sweet talk here is to soften you up because it's much more difficult for you to refuse them. It's a manipulation tactic, and I have fallen victim to this numerous times. I can remember receiving a phone call from a guy who I hadn't spoken to in months, and this is exactly what he did. He started off with sweet talk and then ended by asking me to sort out a problem for him. He made this sound like an afterthought, but really it's what he wanted to say from the very beginning. And I stupidly agreed to help him because I couldn't see what was going on. Characteristic number 4, arrogance. Fake friends will big themselves up and will expect you to drop everything to cater for their needs. They will make you feel like you need them more than they need you. I can remember one fake friend who would use sarcasm against me, and yet when I did it back to him, he put on this face as if I'd seriously offended him. It was like it was okay for him to mock me, but when I did it back to him, it was wrong. When there is this kind of imbalance in a relationship, then there really isn't one at all. There is no friendship. And finally, number 5. When you have a fake friend, the people that really care about you, they will notice them and they will warn you about them. There was an incident when a real friend told me, be careful of this particular person. And at the time, I really had no idea what he was talking about. But lo and behold, literally days later, this particular person asked me to get him a beer out of his fridge when he was fully capable of doing it himself. And in that moment, everything made sense. And at this stage of my life, I was a bit more wised up, and I politely said no. Now, a lot of what I've said here probably seems obvious to you, but sometimes it can be incredibly difficult to identify these people, especially when you're surrounded by fake friends who have been around for so long. This is because, as with me, you forget what real friends are like, and you just accept that what you have is the norm. And it's only when you break away from these people that you realize what's been going on. So, how do you do it? How do you ditch these fake friends? Well, the truth is that it can be difficult and painful because you can feel like you're losing someone. You can feel like you're losing a friend. But the way you have to imagine it is that you have this vampire squid with its tentacles wrapped around you, sucking the blood out of you. And the longer you let this happen, the harder it's going to be to pull this parasite off you. From my experiences, the way to do it is to stop helping these fake friends when they try to exploit you. You need to be clear and you need to be honest. You need to tell these people that it doesn't seem like a real friendship and that you feel like you're just being used. When you do this, you'll get one of two reactions, or one followed by the other. The first is that this fake friend will try to guilt trip you. When I did it, the other guy put on this sad face and said, "But I've known you for so long." And you can imagine this lonely violin playing in the background. But you need to see past this. This is just another form of manipulation, and you need to just break through it. Once you get past this trap, the second reaction is anger. They'll be mad at you because they begin to realize that you're no longer under their control. They'll feel like their grip is slipping, and they'll make you feel that you've offended them. But you have to stay strong because it's the only way that you'll break free. Throughout all of this, you might feel that you'll end up with no friends, but in my opinion, it's better to have no friends than a bunch of fake ones. You owe this to yourself, and once you start to develop this stronger personality, you'll attract the right type of people. Now I know that a lot of what I've said in this video seems negative, but that's just the nature of this subject. What I don't want you to do is to walk away feeling paranoid that all of your friends are fake, because that is rarely ever the case. Good friends can be hard to find, but fake ones should be easier to detect. And as a final note, I'm going to leave you with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was a 19th century philosopher, and he said that the only way to have a friend is to be one. And that is the end of this commentary. I'll let the match in the background run till the end so you can see how it finished, and I'll catch you guys in the future.
Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.